Hello everybody and welcome back to another Deep Oger review. Today we are going to be taking a look at the G.I-Joe Classified Series Roadblock. Now this is a figure that I've been wanting to review for a while, but just never really got to it. But let me just say this was the figure I was going to test the waters with for the G.I.Joe Classified Series. And may I say, this figure knocked my expectations away. He is super good, and I am very happy to have him in my collection. Now, I don't really have any of the other G.I. Joe figures. I'm really wanting to go get Snake Eyes and Destro, and then the new Cobra Island series, which is coming out, which I want to get that Roadblock so I can put that Roadblock's glasses on this one, and probably swap the heads, or and the Cobra Soldier, and the Baroness, and Cobra Commander that's coming out in the second wave, and then there's just a bunch that I want to get from the G.I. Joe Classified line. But this guy is extremely good, and he is the reason why I want to start collecting this line. I've kind of wanted to collect it ever since New York Toy Fair, because it just appealed to me, I guess. But now, I really, really want to start collecting this line. Without further ado, let's get into accessories, and then him. So, for his accessories, he comes first. Let's take a look at the big fucking gun, his BFG, and it's some type of laser cannon, I guess. For the G.I. Joe Classified line, they're kind of going for more futuristic type weapons, and I don't really mind it. Of course, being a ex-Marvel Legends collector, I have a lot of submachine guns and everything that came with Punishers, so I'm pretty stocked up on those. But I really don't mind these. They're fine. This Roadblocks is done in a translucent blue throughout the whole entire gun, with silver and red painted on here sporadically. But getting up for a closer look, you can definitely see the the translucence really starts to show right here. And then right here's the barrel. Nice little holes right there. I don't know what those are for. Cooling, maybe? I don't know. Red detail right there. Handle. Nice cross type detail, like zigzag type detail right here. Of lines. Very futuristic looking. I really dig it. It's right there. Everything right here. The main handle. Then the handle, and the other handle that you can use, as you saw at the beginning of the video. More of that zigzag right there. More of all of this detail. Blue kind of button punched in right there. Kind of like an Energon blue. Some red accent right there. Shoulder pad, I guess. Shoulder. I'm blanking out on the thing I'm trying to say, but shoulder hold. That's what I'm trying to say. But in conjunction with this gun, he also comes with a clip. Now, it's done in I think it's translucent. Yes, it is. It is translucent, and nice line detail right there. Nice bottom detail right there where he shoves the ammo in. But what you're supposed to do is just plug that in. It doesn't make a snapping sound. I mean, it makes a slight popping sound, but nothing huge. And that's how it looks completely. I actually forgot this on my trip. So for the photography I did for the 4th of July, he didn't have the clip in. But just saying, I still do have the clip. It's just I forgot it at my house. Last but not least, yes. He has this knife, nice grip detail right here. It's all done in a gunmetal. No color variation, it's just one solid color. I don't really mind that. Mine is a little warped, not at all. I don't know why I said that. Nice blade detail right here. serrated edges right there. Of course, it doesn't come out to much of a tip because children are going to be playing with this, but, you know. A nice little handle piece right here. There's the hilt, or the grip, right there, the butt of the knife. And that's pretty much it for accessories. Yeah, so let's just get into Roadblock himself. Now, for Roadblock himself, bringing him up for a closer look, you can see he has a very very glossy head sculpt. The eyes, the eyebrows, very glossy, very, you know, kind of vibrant, I guess. I don't really mind it. I don't really care. He's going to be on my shelf looking badass. But there is a little bit of sculpting defect right here. There are lines on his forehead. It's more noticeable on camera, but there are lines on his forehead and everything. It's kind of distracting, but on mine, his eyes are kind of cross-eyed. But, yeah, whatever. You can't really fix it right now. He has a beard, nice beard. Nice, it's done a nice, kind of blackish? Yeah, it's done in a black. Skin tone is spot on. Roadblock is one of my favorite characters from the 80s cartoon, so, of course, I would love this figure. You can see right here, you have blue punched in on mine. It's definitely missing the mark, but whatever, I don't really care. Coming around, he has this nice red strap coming down to a pouch with the gold accents right here, right there. Pretty much, there's gold accents throughout the whole entire figure, and I don't really mind it. I know some G.I-Joe fans don't really like it, but I don't really care. They're nice lion tattoo on him. Really good, but one thing is, if you move the elbow, bicep swivel, it definitely breaks it apart, so, yeah. But I think this is a call back to The Rock playing Duke in the G.I.Joe live-action movie. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. There's red accents all throughout here, the white star on his pouch. Knife holster, which you can put the knife into, and just hold it like that. If you want, that's how I'm going to display him. He has a nice collar. Moving down, the zipper kind of right there, and then the belt, just done in a nice gray color on his back. You have gold, gray, more of that gray, more poncho, or not poncho, pouch. Have I probably been calling it a poncho this whole time. This darker olive type green, accents on the back, and a little bit on the front, right here. Going down, you have this plainly just sculpted belt, and it could have been painted at least on the buckle, but I don't really care. Nice cross-hatching detail for the jeans, for the heavy army pants. Pouches galore. What is it? Fucking Rob Liefeld character. Nice golden knee pad right there. Nice golden shin guard right there with the red accents on both. And then the feet, they're just military boots. They come back and around, and of course they have the little attachments right back here. And then that Roadblock butt, pockets, of course, and his gloves are in a red for right here. That's just sculpted on the arm itself. It's not removable, but it is painted in red, and his gloves are a red with gray painted onto them. But now let's get into Mr. Roadblock's articulation, if I can stand him up. There we go. Oh god. So let's get into Mr. Roadblock's articulation. So his head is up at a dumbbell, or just a hinge joint right here. So he can look up about that far, but his vest does get in the way. Look up about that far. There is a double hinge in the neck. Turn the flash on. Right in there, and you can see where it chewed up the bottom. So that can allow you to arc the neck a little bit more back, but not much. Tilt. The neck joint does help with that also. And he can shift down using both joints. He can get down to around like that. And of course, full 360. Arms go full 360. You can see a butterfly joint that doesn't really do much, but it's there if you ever want to use it. Arms can go out about that far. Bicep swivel. Double jointed elbow, which pretty good for this muscular of a character. Swivel right here. Hinge. Crunch under the vest, but I don't really want to take off this vest quite yet. But he can crunch about that far. Waist swivel, which is on a ball joint, so you could do that. Legs can kick up about that far, but they are on a drop-down joint. And this is actually my first encounter with the drop-down hinge for the legs, so you could drop it down, and he goes up about that far, spreads about that far, and kicks back not really far at all. Thigh swivel. Double jointed knee, but due to his musculature, he can... Oh, yeah, what do you know? He can kick his own ass. Chin swivel right there, and feet can go up about that far, down about that far, and ankle pivot all the way around. Yes. So that is Roadblock's articulation. Now on to size comparisons. I almost said transformation. Here is Roadblock next to some more humanoid characters. We have Wolverine, and it is questionable whether the Michael Myers is actually a human or something more. But here he is next to Juggernaut Wave Wolverine, and here he is next to NECA Michael Myers. Here he is next to Reveal the Shield Jazz and the Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. And last but not least, here he is next to some of my Optimus Primes. Here we have the Earthrise Optimus Prime and the Studio Series Dark of the Moon Optimus. So, what do I think of the G.I-Joe Classified Lines Roadblock? I think he is a very, very good figure. I really don't have a lot of complaints about him. Maybe just because he's so bulky, you can't really do much with a lot of the articulation, and his vest is very bulky. As I said, it got in the way of him looking up, and it gets in the way of him crunching down a lot. So, I mean, he's a great figure. He's definitely one I'd recommend if you just want to test the waters. I'm really just in too deep with this line already. I really, really like it so far, and I hope it treats me well in the future. But, as always, I'd give this figure... why is he holding it like that? I'd give this figure a solid 8 out of 10. He is very good, and I would recommend him if you can find him. The details are on point. I really love the articulation, and if you're in the market for some maybe army dudes, if you don't really like G.I. Joe, or if you want to get into G.I. Joe, I'd definitely say pick him up. So, yeah. Don't forget that I have an Instagram. which is Skywarp_rules_1984, and a Twitter, SkywarpRules1984. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you liked it, like it. Just send your death threats in my DMs, and yeah, have a nice day, guys. Bye.